Aquarius. So I'm having the hardest time getting this message out to you today. This is my third attempt now, okay? The first one, so somebody doesn't want me to tell you this, but I don't know why that would be the case because the message is extremely important and powerful. So we're not giving up, is what I'm saying. I had a mic situation and then I started doing the reading again and didn't press record. Oh, Lord. So, okay. So I was talking about the first three cards that jumped out, okay, which is the Lovers, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. And we had at the bottom of the deck, when these first three jumped, was the Three of Wands, which I talked about it extensively, okay, in the first go round of this reading. I'm guided to just give you this message and then do another reading today, okay, where you or guys normally watch the cards jump. But anyways, so not anyways, anyway, thank you, Spirit. What you're seeing here is the guidance that I pulled at the end of the reading, including this bottom row here as well. And so we'll cover that at the end when the time comes. I just want to go row by row, one by one here, what the message I got for your reading, which was extremely profound, very telling, and very important with where you are right now regarding this lover's connection. That was the first card out, which sets the tone. But before I start, what I normally say before every reading is, thank you all for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, donating to the channel, sending decks, for your support, for your love, for your kindness, your generosity, for scheduling readings with me. I'm available Mondays only at this time. And for every which way you guys show up for yourselves and for each other. Remember, you have free will, so, don't give your power away. Use your discernment, right? I'm just reading energy and giving you the guidance that I'm getting from Spirit, how to navigate this energy, how to move forward, okay, in this energy. So let's just go ahead and get started. You guys know the spiel, right? Feel free to reverse the roles, place yourself where you go. I don't read gender, just energy. So take it how it resonates. So we have the Lovers, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Swords, the first three cards that came out. And it was Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this spread is, like I said, it was very telling. And it actually shows your inner integrity versus self-protection rather than confusion or manipulation, okay? So let me walk you through everything here. I went over it a couple times, so I should have this memorized. Anyway, the Lovers here. This is representing your heart, okay? I'm just going to take a breath and slow down and just focus here on how the message came through the first time around. You are emotionally invested, the Lovers. Very profound, important, spiritual soulmate, divine counterpart energy. So you are emotionally invested. This is a real soul level connection for you. You don't take this very lightly. Aquarius don't take soul ties and connections like this lightly, period. You want alignment, you want honesty and mutual choice. Okay? And this confirms that you're not half in. You are choosing with intention. And it's not too much to ask to have that reciprocated, right? To have that returned. The Two of Swords here is saying that this is your mind, clearly, which one of the cards from Archangel Michael came out later at the end of the reading was saying to take control of your thoughts there. So you're at a crossroads, head versus heart, wanting love but refusing self-betrayal, okay? Holding still here, feeling kind of stuck at a stalemate, holding still to avoid making any wrong decisions, okay? And it feels like it's a mirroring energy. This person's doing the same thing. At the end, we'll talk more about that. It feels like you've both been through stuff here, and that's why the situation is moving like this, okay? This person got wounds. We'll get to this Ten of Swords and Justice card in just a sec. But this isn't avoidance. Some people will say that the Two of Swords is a card of avoidance. And it can be, depending on the surrounding cards, and and everything else that unfolds in the reading around this Two of Swords and what's clarified with and whatnot, which is not what I got when it was clarified. So it's not avoidance, it's discernment. Okay? It's discernment. So you are pausing right now in stillness. You were guided to, there was some Moonology cards that came out here to balance out spirituality and practicality right now. You are pausing because you see both the potential and the risk of this situation, okay? You're seeing it all. Queen of Swords. The Seven of Swords here, which is your energy, Aquarius energy. This is your protection card, okay? You're in your position. This does not mean deceit towards others. That's not what this card always means, okay? But you are holding your, at the end messages here, when we got your guidance, kind of confirmed this message that I got about you holding your cards very close to your chest, not revealing everything. Emotional self-preservation is what this is. You're strategically, this is a card of strategy, protecting your heart and choosing silence over explaining or chasing or, any of that, right? So this card is saying, I will not give full access until honesty and consistency are proven. So, okay, so that's that. The bottom of the deck, as I mentioned to you, we saw we saw it in the first recording. the Three of Wands, okay? And that is your deeper truth. You're looking towards the future. The Three of Wands represents waiting to see what shows up, expecting more than words, ready to move forward, okay? Expansion, but you're not in that pause energy or waiting energy blindly, okay? It says you're open to what's coming, but I need to see movement, okay? Together, with these three cards plus the bottom of the deck, is saying that you are deeply invested emotionally, carefully weighing out a choice and protecting your heart here, okay, while waiting to see, if the future that's being offered to you is real, which, so what is this saying about you energetically? It's saying that, you're feeling the connection here. You are loving. You're not naive. Okay, Queen of Swords is here. Open, but not overgiving. Hopeful. That's Aquarius energy. Observant. What was under the Three of Wands, I'm just remembering, was the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords. That's where I got that observant energy from as well. Ready for alignment, not chaos. Okay. So, and with this pause energy, this waiting energy, okay, it feels like a boundary, okay? An energetic boundary if you didn't say anything to anyone yet. Like you're no longer chasing clarity, explaining your worth, over functioning emotionally, okay? You're just in stillness. You're letting the future meet you where you stand. You are attracting, not chasing. Which at the end here, right? It feels like even though there's a lot of closed off energy and a lot of uncertainty, it does still feel like you are, really learning how to surrender more and more. And that could be one of the main uh, lessons here or challenge for you. And, is to just trust and surrender control. I feel like you're learning to surrender control and to trust more, especially with the guidance that you got here at the end of the reading when I pulled advice for you. You got the attraction, the flirt, and the keep an open mind, which we'll go over. Let me not skip too far ahead here. So the message here, okay, in one sentence with the 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that we plus the bottom of the deck that we saw is I choose love, but only with honesty, effort, and with direction, right? So, but I don't feel here that you're closing your heart, I feel you're just guarding it wisely while you're watching what unfolds next, okay? So, and these confirm that as well. The spread here shows strength, not fear, even though we're seeing the moon card here. You know, you're very clear and you're very discernment, okay? So when I clarified the lovers, I got the Ten of Swords and the Justice. When I clarified the Two of Swords, I got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And when I clarified the Seven of Swords, I got the Page of Wands and the Moon, okay? Now I'm going to go one by one of the message here. The Ten of Swords and the Justice. Oh, also there was bottom of the deck cards for each one of these rows, okay? So for this one, there was before, because I did this and I talked about this, and then I moved on to this kind of thing. So that's how I remember that. The bottom of the deck here was the ace, or when I split the deck, when I was doing all this, this row here was the Ace of Cups, okay? So it was a Ten of Swords, Justice, Ace of Cups is what I saw for this. So what this was telling us here is that your choice in love is deeply shaped at this time, at this stage, at this point in your life, by past betrayal here, okay? Or emotional collapse, okay? That you experienced in a connection, a marriage, a love, you know, partnership, coupling that you've had in the past. The Ten of Swords says you were blindsided by some kind of painful ending or betrayal, hurt, emotionally destroyed in the past, okay? Justice is truth, accountability, fairness, integrity, and karmic balance, okay? So you learned some kind of major lesson from what went down here in the past, and you're moving like this cautiously and slowly in this new direction, a new path, because you're not trying to you learn from that karmically. You're not trying to repeat that, okay? So now what you're saying is, I will only choose love that is honest. Here's the justice, fair, justice, accountable, because I've already survived what happens when it isn't, okay? So this is wisdom that was earned through experience and pain and destruction. And, you know, the Queen of Swords has been through a lot. The Queen of Swords is very wise, very discerning. This is who people go to for counsel and advice. The Queen of Swords seen it all, been through it all, has been divorced. King or Queen of Swords, okay? No gender here. So despite everything, we saw the Ace of Cups. Well, in the first reading, saw the Ace of Cups, which is saying that your heart is still open. I mean, your heart, I can tell with the Lover's card coming here and you going through all of this here internally, that you are trying to keep an open mind, trying to keep an open heart, okay? You still believe in love. You wouldn't be here. All this energy wouldn't be here, okay, if that wasn't the case. You are willing to begin again in love. You are open and willing, and you have hope and you have faith that healthy love is out there, exists. You're your true counterpart, your true love, but you're not trying to repeat anything. You're doing it differently this time. This is healed openness, okay? Not naive hope. So it's like it's your belief system, okay, about love. It's like even though you went through the worst of the worst, you haven't lost faith and hope that your person, your soulmate, your true love, your divine counterpart, you know, starting again, fresh start, a new life, a new beginning, a new adventure. You're not trying to see everyone. You're not letting this new person, basically, you're not letting any kind of past situations, old, you know, painful. It's like, you know, that this is a brand new person, a completely different person, that they're not the people from your past, but you're discerning, You're cautious. You're paying attention to the red flags, any patterns that could potentially be repeating. Okay. So it's like with the Two of Swords, we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Okay. Which is talking about here that Knight of Pentacles is slow, cautious, deliberate movement. Queen of Swords is more, boundaries, discernment, clarity, self-respect, truth, honor, all those things, right? What this is saying, this row is saying here is that I move slowly now, okay? Because I require consistency, not intensity. That's not enough for you, okay? There is intensity, there is heat, there is passion, there is intense connection, okay? But again, you remember by, letting that lead or going, or, what it led to in the past. You moving too fast, or you getting yourself caught up in the fantasy of, the intensity and chemistry of a connection, where that, if it's not grounded, stable, balanced here, what it can happen, right? So you're not stuck right now, even though the Two of Swords is here. You're very intentional with your movements. So with this spread, the bottom of the card was the Queen of Wands, okay? So it's saying that even though you have your boundaries here, right, you still remain confident, warm, magnetic, self-assured, mystical, magical, passionate. We keep seeing that, the Queen of Wands. We keep seeing the passion card. We keep seeing the grounded card, the independent card, right? You're focusing on your purpose, taking action in your career, glowing up energy, okay? You haven't hardened because of what happened. You just more stable. You stabilize your energy, okay? You're more logical, more clear, more practical. And you're not going into situations wearing rose-colored glasses. Perhaps you may have done that in the past, okay? So when I clarify the Seven of Swords here, got the Page of Wands and the Moon card there. So this is not deception, okay? Even though these two cards can represent that. The Page of Wands and the Moon, clarifying the Seven. This is a very important message here. This is uncertainty with the Moon and the Seven of Swords, plus cautious curiosity with the Page of Wands, okay? So the Page of Wands is signaling interest and attraction and desire to explore, right? Feeling excited, feeling, motivated, feeling the butterflies kind of thing. The Moon is the fears, the subconscious stuff that could come up, right? When it's like you feel that way, but it feels like your intuition, there's something cautioning you to raise the sword, to Seven of Swords, right? So emotional uncertainty, the unknown, fear and confusion. So it could be coming from the experiences here from your past, or it just could be coming from the fact that you don't actually have clarity, or it's not stable. That with this Lovers, there's another person that showed up here. I feel like this. Oh yeah, this is what was on the bottom of the. Okay, I remember now. It was the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck from this row here, the Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Moon. So, and of course clarified the King of Pentacles here. So, what this spread here is saying with the Seven of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Moons is saying, I'm interested, Page of Wands, but I don't fully trust what I can't see yet, which is the message, right? Is what we've been seeing. So the Seven of Swords here is saying, not revealing everything, holding the cards close to the chest, observing before committing, protecting yourself while being curious at the same time. So this is self-protection, not secrecy. But that may not be how you're being perceived, okay? You could be being very misunderstood. You could be being looked at as being emotionally unavailable or dismissive or avoidant, or your energy could be confusing this person. This is, I'm just saying how this person could be perceiving you right now, because you're holding a lot in. You're not over explaining, you're not chasing, you're just in this trusting phase, surrendering phase, allowing the universe to kind of, for the situation to unfold, for letting it play out, in other words, silently, strategically, in self-protection energy, self-preservation energy, okay? So, but again, it could be giving, that could be with the mirroring. The moon is a very reflective energy. Something isn't what it seems. Okay. You could be being viewed as having secrets or holding back or hot and cold, on and off, avoidant, emotionally unavailable, or whatever the case may be. But this is what's going on within you, behind the scenes, under the surface, in the shadows, even with the moon, right? Because of this, I'm reading a feminine here and a masculine, because of whoever's in the masculine energy isn't taking control, isn't taking the lead, isn't taking initiative. They are avoiding it, okay? For their own, which we talk about in other readings, their own reasons, okay? Um, so there was the six of I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what was at the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to it just looks like here that we had the bottom of the deck here that was the Ace of Cups. One was the Six of Swords. It's coming to me. I think it was when I split the deck. And then we had the Queen of Wands as well, which was here in this row. You're really, I believe that the Six of Swords was in this this one, along with the Ace of Cups. You are, working towards moving away from pain towards peace, right? Peace of mind. And with the angels are helping you to feel safe, it's helping you to take control of your thoughts, it's helping you to ground your energy here. You have a new emotional beginning that's trying, the first card at the bottom of the deck when I first started the reading was the Fool. So you have a new emotional beginning, okay, that is trying to manifest for you. And the Queen of Wands here is saying that you are confident, you're in your self-worth, you're still staying warm, okay? You're excited and passionate, motivated, inspired by this new beginning as well. You have new life, new passion that has risen within you. You're in the process right now of choosing love very carefully because of your past betrayal. You're moving slowly and deliberately, guided by clarity and boundaries, while protecting your heart with uncertainty because of all of this uncertainty here, okay? While remaining open, sorry, Mike, confident and willing to begin again. But only where honesty and consistency exists, okay? It can come off as you being guarded, but I don't see it like that. I see it as you being more practical, logical, grounded. You're seeing things clearly. This person could see you as being an avoidant, but there's a different perspective here, okay? You could be mirroring that to them because you're silent. To me, it's saying you're selective, okay? You're not closed off, even though it could be given that illusion, that perception that you are from their perspective. You're wise, not closed off, okay? Queen of Swords. So, with the Lovers being here, it's saying that you are open, but you're not open to instability, inconsistency, confusion, okay? You still believe in love, but only the kind that is truthful, consistency, and safe is the message. So it may come off with the Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, that you are blocking love, but that's not the truth. What's really going on here is you're protecting the future version of yourself. You're protecting all that you have, all the work you've done. Okay? So, the King of Pentacles is here, which was at the bottom of the deck with the Six of Pentacles and the King of Wands and the Hierophant. Okay? So, at the core energy, of course, it's not the bottom of the deck anymore because I got guidance. That's what this is. And I continued on with the reading. Okay. But I did take the King of Pentacles out because I was guided to take him out of the bottom of the deck and leave him here. Okay. I'm saying him because it's a masculine on this card, but it could be a feminine or a masculine. Place yourself where you go. So this is the core energy underlying everything. It was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is representing stability, consistency, reliability, long-term orientation, or whatever, how you say that word. Slow but serious commitment here. This is not a risk taker. They move very slow. Okay, they're very grounded, very focused on money and finances and career. Okay, has as a boss energy, has a lot going on in their energy. But this is a love read. This is a relationship read, and could potentially be that this person's career and money or whatever status. But this is somebody that is very loyal and generous, relationship-minded, conservative, family-oriented. Okay. So that's why you feel like there is. I just hit my mic. Okay, it's still recording. That's why I feel like you can feel and see that this can lead to something stable and solid and long lasting, because this person, has that energy, right? Of commitment and long-term stability. Maybe you've seen evidence of that in their life, in their lifestyle even. So the only relationship that aligns with you now is one that is steady, dependable, and built to last. So with the Six of Pentacles that was right under the King of Pentacles, this is a non-negotiable requirement for you at this point. Mutual effort, equal giving. You won't invest until there is equal effort, equal giving and receiving, reciprocity, balanced energy exchange. If effort isn't mutual, this isn't sustainable, which we've been talking about in almost every reading. So you're not overgiving anymore, which you've learned. Thank God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. We healed codependency. We're not over-explaining, over-giving, making excuses for people. We see, clean the stores. We're seeing things as they really are. Okay? Only balanced energy exchange. If effort isn't mutual, it's not sustainable. No more carrying the emotional weight alone. Codependency, right? So when we saw the King of Wands as well and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, it's talking about this person here stepping into their leadership and taking initiative, okay, with confidence, taking action, showing up decisively, pursuing you with intention, especially with the King of Wands facing the Hierophant. Passion must be paired with action, right? I clarified this King of Pentacles and I got not today, not dealing, avoiding a conversation. I got also the addiction card, codependent, obsession, possessive, controlling, has a block and restraint. I got abundance. This person is very much focused on their money, their finances, their material, the trappings of the physical world, superficiality, materialism, or whatever, right? But this person, in the picture in this card, there's somebody jumping up and down, throwing money in the air. So this person has abundance in their life, okay, and stability when it comes to that. They're great, powerful manifester in the physical world, okay. Well manifested in the physical world is what I wanted to say. And this person is grateful for that, all right? But when it comes to love, and this person is given with the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Hierophant, very stubborn energy as well. So, passion must be paired with action. King of Wands, Hierophant. The King of Wands just doesn't feel. The King of Wands takes steps, okay, to step into leadership. They may have a leadership position in their life. The Hierophant, King of Wands was facing the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the destination, is the goal, right? Commitment, shared values, integrity, traditional or spiritual aligned partnerships, devotion. It's like we're doing this and we're doing this properly and we're doing this in a healthy way. So it confirms those four cards confirms the path forward. If it exists, leads to a serious values-based commitment, not ambiguity. Is that how you say that word? Not ambiguity. And with what I saw here, by the way, let me just fast forward this real quick. What I saw here at the last ending of the reading, right? I feel like your intuition, your guidance, your synchronicities, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, the Star, the Empress, the Emperor, divine counterpart, and the Ace of Swords, okay? So you are right to, feel and believe and trust your angels, trust your guidance to just keep an open mind here with this process. Be very, enjoying your life fully here. Be lighthearted, flirty, playful, to take control of your thoughts, to ground your energy here. This is a lesson where this experience, this connection is pretty much reflecting to you, mirroring to you where you are on your healing journey, where you are when it comes to your faith and trust in God, source, the universe, your angels, where you are when it comes to the healing, the codependency, the abandonment wounds, where you are with your self-respect, self-worth, and your boundary setting, and you're passing every test, and you're feeling good about it. Okay? So you're grounded, you're stable, you're tractable, you're clear. You're clear, especially that you're not doing this again. Another round of 10 of Swords with anyone, okay? But you're still open, which is so beautiful. It says how far you've come on your healing journey. That you are very clear with this Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords that this connection here moves forward only if it becomes stable, reciprocal, action-oriented, and rooted in shared values and commitment, right? With the Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant, this King of Pentacles here. So what this message is telling you not to do, even though I did pull guidance at the end, which will cover all of that, right? It's telling you here not to stay open, to stay in receiving energy. Three of Wands. There's something coming. There's it's there's something here coming towards you here, okay? That's going to bring in a lot of clarity and possible a heart-to-heart conversation. We didn't get that here, but that's what I'm getting right now. Stay aligned with this King of Pentacles standards. It's a requirement, okay? The Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, equal giver and receive. Watch. You're being guided here to observe, to watch actions. King of Wands, taking action, taking initiative. And hold the Hierophant values. Your values. What your vision is for this connection. What your vision is for love for yourself. What your vision as your compass, okay? To navigate the connection. Or to navigate this. You don't need to demand these. Queen of Swords, sword upright, hand out. You don't need to say anything. You don't need you simply continue. Strategy, Two of Swords. You simply continue to move forward. You don't move forward without it, is the message. You don't move forward without the reciprocity. Without if your vision and your values, your integrity, your morals, what you see for yourself, how you feel. You don't move forward until these requirements are met for action, consistency, reciprocity. Only what is consistent, reciprocal, intentional, and value aligned deserves your time and your heart, okay? That's the message. You have free will. It feels like you're already following it, okay? Because your body, your intuition is alerting you. When I was using this Romance Angels deck, when I was splitting the deck and shuffling, like you guys know how I normally do it, the red flags card showed up. This spread isn't about hoping someone becomes this, right? It's about recognizing that this is the only version of love that I will accept now. And this is what you're recognizing. It's not asking for too much. You're finally asking for the right things, okay? For things to be done right and fair and balanced. It's not too much to ask for you to be courted or pursued in a healthy way. You know? So I pulled, after we got this message, I asked for guidance here when it comes to advice from spirit about this connection. And we got the attraction card jumped. This is the energy that you're in. Okay? This person is highly intrigued by you. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I've been speaking very slowly so I can remember the message, because I really wish it would have came. I'm getting the message very clearly, okay? But when I first do the reading, I channel more things. I was just trying to remember what else came through. We have flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others, and we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ than your usual type and expectation. Yeah, it's not, moving in the way that you would feel safer in or hope for, or, and it feels like you're not, even though you're being guided to take control of your thought. I feel like you're taking control of your thoughts. I feel like you're trying to not overthink it, to just this is a very protective and empowering message, if you ask me. It's not saying Three of Wands to wait forever, okay? It's not saying walk away now either. It's teaching you how to stay open. That's the message. Keep your heart open. without getting pulled into any kind of codependency dynamics, okay? While truth reveals itself, which it will. Letting it play out, in other words. Okay, with this attraction card here, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. It's saying, release control. You're not meant to manage, fix, monitor, or emotionally regulate this person, this connection. Stay present, stay embodied, stay in your joy. Do not chase outcomes. Love responds to ease, not pressure, which I feel you already are in this energy. Okay? Keep it light. Explore. Extend your lighthearted energy here. This is a counterbalance to codependency, okay? This is you staying curious, which we see here with the Page of Wands, right? And you staying open, being playful and feminine energy. Even if you're a masculine, you've been got to tap into your feminine energy of peace, of receiving, or flowing, of allowing. For some of you guys that are masculines watching this, you could be the one guided here to take the initiative, and the feminine that you're connecting with could be the one in this energy. Okay? Feel free to flip it. Place yourself where you go. Don't interrogate the future. Don't try to these are just guidances, okay? You guys don't have to take this if you don't want to. Don't over-define the connection. Let things unfold organically. Observe behavior without attaching meaning to it quickly, okay? Light equals careless. Light and non-attachment awareness is what I'm getting with this. Keep an open mind is the next card that we got. Your soulmate may differ than your usual type and expectation. That doesn't mean lower your standards. Release any kind of rigid expectations, okay? Let truth show itself instead of projecting a role onto this person. And allow growth without forcing the timing. Yeah, you're being guided to release control, surrender, release expectations very strongly. But without abandoning yourself, right? All of that, okay? This just sounds very confusing and complicated, but this has a huge Lover's card, has a huge purpose when it comes to what is it revealing to you about where you are. Look how much codependency healing, abandonment healing, rejection healing, neglect healing, self-abandonment healing you've done. Look how far you've come. Okay? It's like your strength and your weaknesses are being tested. Your faith as well. So I asked for guidance in tarot as well on top of this. And I got the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Beautiful. This is a warning, not a promise, is what I heard when this came out. It says, don't get lost in the fantasy, okay? Don't choose potential over reality, and don't confuse hope with evidence. So, with the 4 of Pentacles here, is saying to just stay grounded in what's happening, not what could happen. And the 4 of Pentacles here kind of piggybacks off of this 7 of Swords and the Moon. This is emotional containment, okay? There's a very comfy blanket. You're trying to stay grounded here. You're guarding your emotional energy. You're not over-investing. You're not over-giving. You're not over-explaining. But the message here is to, because that was at the bottom of the Archangel Michael deck, which is still here, was to keep an open heart. Open your heart, okay? Keep your heart open, but keep your energy protected, right? This is how you're going to avoid enabling any kind of avoidance here, okay? Three of Wands is saying, 3 of Wands is a healthy card. It's about setting intentions, looking out towards the future, open to what comes, trusting the universe, staying patient, waiting for divine timing. It's about expansion as well. 3 also is the Empress energy of growth and expansion. Having positive, thinking positive thoughts, okay, towards the future, putting positive energy out towards the future. It says also that you know what you want and you are open to what comes, but you're not waiting idly, okay? It's like with this attraction card and keep an open mind, you're saying, I'm letting the future meet me. I'm not chasing it, okay? It's coming to me. I don't chase, I attract, okay? And oh, that's right. There was an Ace of Swords at the bottom of this deck. Oh, there it is. It's right here. Ace of Swords, the Emperor, Empress, and the Star. I took it out from the bottom of the deck because it was just so beautiful. This is talking about truth, clarity, and communication. This is what's coming. Truth, clarity, and communication. This is why you're guided to just be, to take control of your thoughts, to know that you're safe and protected, to ground your energy. The fog is lifting here. A conversation will happen. Truth will come to the surface, but only if you don't force it. The Emperor and the Empress here, divine masculine, divine feminine balance there. Be within you, okay, coming into wholeness and balance, yin yang within you, and then the connection will come into it, grounded in the 3D. The Star, there you are, healing, hope, divine timing, spirituality, end of difficult times, dreams and wishes coming true. Stars are aligning, destiny is unfolding. And then we got here, under here, we got the 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, that was still at the bottom of the deck. It was so beautiful the way it unfolded when we were doing all the reading together, when everything was jumping and stuff. We had the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. This is mutual love. The 9 and the 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment and happiness. So what this is telling me here is that this connection can become deeply fulfilling if it evolves into balanced truth and mutual regulation, okay? So not control, not obsession, which is this person is still navigating through, not rescuing. So the guidance, the advice and the guidance to close off the reading here is saying to just stay present, stay light here, attraction, lighthearted energy, release control, protect here your emotional energy. Don't get lost in the fantasy, says 7 of Cups there. Hold your standards quietly, Queen of Swords. Let truth reveal itself, the Moon, Ace of Swords there. What's real will move towards you without force, okay? That should be the title of the reading. What's real will move towards you without force. What not to do, this is very important. Do not push for emotional conversations, okay? This person doesn't seem ready or wanting to talk about anything, any feelings, not today, avoiding a conversation. Do not overfunction for this. This is how you're seeing how far you are. It feels like you're so clear. Even though the 2 of Swords is here, the 2 of Swords could just be about you're trying to decide whether or not what you want to do, okay? But it's clear what's going on here for you as far as with this person, which helps you to at least accept the situation for what it is, accept where they are. And that's why you have a decision here to make that's really important. But I feel like it's not, your energy is not going from high to lows. I'm not getting any kind of anxious attachment style for you when it comes to dealing with an avoidant person. This is what you're seeing. You're seeing how much you've healed, how much you're okay with what, if it happens, and okay if it doesn't, because you've released all that to God. You're saying what's for me will be for me and not pass me by. You're very much, but you're not letting anyone disrespect you or play in your energy or, not treat you in the way that you value and your worth. You're comfortable now setting boundaries without fearing losing the connection, is what I'm saying. You're comfortable expressing yourself, expressing your truth, because you're okay with what you are okay with, with whatever happens. It's still a win-win for you, right? So you're in a very healthy, evolved mindset, energy, heart space, about it. For a lot of you guys, if you're not there yet, you're definitely getting there with the help of your angels. You are also guided to balance out spirituality and practicality, spend time in meditation. Okay, to be of service to others. It's time to give rather than take. Okay? You're not waiting with emotional scarcity and codependency and lack, is what I'm saying. You're not abandoning yourself here to prove safety. So, and that's very healthy. It's a very healthy place to be. What's for me will be for me. It will not pass me by. I'm okay if it does. I'm okay if it doesn't. But I'm not abandoning myself. I'm not, again, there's a lot of self-respect. There's a lot of dignity. There's a lot of self-love, self-worth energy here. You've healed so much. You've grown so much. So, with the open your heart card here, and Arcane, you healed so much. Okay, someone is being sent to you here. That could be this person already. There's somebody that's being sent to you here. And this is a test for you, it feels like, of your openness. Of even though in the midst of uncertainty, how open can you remain, right? To the plot twist, the curveballs, the trusting yourself, trusting your angels with an open heart here. You can hear the messages. You can see the messages clearly, hear the messages clear. You're closer to God, closer to your angels. This means that you're not judging another person, okay? You're not judging yourself. You're not judging the situation. You're in a good, really balanced, healed space of accepting what is, which is complete acceptance and surrender of this, okay? No one's perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal the situation. You stay in the vibration of love. You bring love into the situation. You ask yourself, what will love do? Okay? And I feel you're doing a really good job at balancing out your energy here. Not staying Pisces energy in a state of illusion or confusion or fantasy land. Seven of Cups. You're grounding. You're staying practical, logical. Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles here. But with this Page of Wands, it's telling me that you're still open to hearing this person out. You're still open to connecting, to talking, but you're not open to games, manipulation. This is telling me that you closed out this karmic cycle. You learned everything you needed to learn here. Okay? That you're not going to tolerate any kind of confusion, being used, being strung along. Okay? You're giving this person, this connection, this situation, a chance to see. You're an observing energy right now. And so basically, you're being guided to trust your faith. With the Moon card, allow your intuition to light up the way for you one day at a time, one step at a time. So I'm going to end this reading with a message from the angels. What is the last message here for Aquarius? Again, you have free will. This is just clarity, healing, insight. I hope I was able to give you the confirmation, validation, reassurance, clarity, healing, and insight regarding this. a lot of you guys, almost all of you guys already know this. Okay. I'm talking to high priests, high priestesses, light workers, healers, people that are extremely, spiritually evolved here. Okay. and, and mentally, physically, emotionally mature, evolved people here. Okay. So, can I have one last message here for Aquarius? I got two. Abundance and forgiveness. This is how your heart's going to stay open. Definitely work with Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Raphael, which we saw here, as well as heart chakra meditations. And we have self-worth. This is huge here. Feeling guided to read all three. Angel wisdom reminds you that challenging people and situations are sent to you as your most important teachers. This person is here, is challenging you. This person is your teacher. This person is here to show you what still needs to be healing if you're triggered, what needs to be looked at. Could be a lesson here in Fort Worth. I'm sorry, in self-worth. Why did I say Fort Worth? Interesting. And a lesson here in abundance as well. Not moving into lack and scarcity, to maintaining the vibration of abundance, the Empress energy, where you are worthy and deserving, which is connected to self-worth, and vulnerability, dropping the guards and opening up, opening the heart. So without them, your soul will not grow. Your guidance is to this is looking at the bigger picture, zooming out, right? Your guidance is to let go of the hurt, resentment, and anger of the past. When you forgive others and yourself, your karma is rubbed out of your soul's records. I feel like that's happening. You will enjoy love in your heart and lightness of spirit. Ask the angels to help you to dissolve hurt, anger, and guilt. They will take your burdens from you. When you love unconditionally, there is nothing to forgive. Love is for giving. So open your heart and give love. I forgive myself and others. I am free. I'm going to read the message here of abundance. It is time for your life to flow with prosperity, love, and success. You draw from the limitless. The Empress does represent abundance, okay? You draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. You're finally in this energy of deserving, because you're saying you're protecting your energy, setting boundaries, and saying this no thank you to the bare minimum, the breadcrumb, and being treated, not being taken, not being cherished, adored, valued, or treated in the way that you feel you were deserving and worthy of. Okay, so that's why abundance is pouring into your life. Angel wisdom is reminding you now to believe in yourself and trust that you deserve more, and you will attract abundance and the true riches of life. So there is an energetic shift that's taking place of you coming out of lack and aligning with abundance because of what you will and will not accept anymore in your life. Okay, you're sending a signal to the universe of your worth by not accepting less in every area of your life. To feel surrounded by love, open your heart to others. That's why this energy of giving, okay, generosity is really important. Choose to do what fulfills you most, and the angels will bring you joy, satisfaction, and success. Enhance your prosperity by receiving graciously, giving out willingly, and saying thank you for everything. Enjoy all that you have, and more will come to you. I deserve love, prosperity, and success. There's a reason why you got this message of a time to give rather than take. There's a balance that's being restored within you and external to you when it comes to equal give and receive. I spent a day yesterday helping a friend of mine and doing a good deed, right? Helping someone because I wanted to, from the kindness of my heart. to help somebody that needed help. Okay? So that's what you're guided to do. Let me read this self-worth and then we will wrap. Self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, 3 of Wands, and ability to love. Decide on clear boundaries and limits and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. This is the energy. You will earn respect. You are earning respect. And this emperor is looking at their empress, okay, with hard eyes about you're their match, taking you seriously, valuing you. The emperor here does everything that all the moves that the emperor makes in life is for their empress. Okay? When you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offense, and quick to forgive. Again, because you know who you are, you're whole, you're complete. You don't take this person's actions personally. It's not because this person doesn't see your worth or your value or because they don't care. It's because they have a wounding around vulnerability, opening up, a fear when it comes, fearful avoidant, right? Anxious avoidant, codependent, wounds, okay? Not feeling deserving, not feeling good enough, controlling here. Has an energetic block. Remind yourself that you are likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and makes them feel good to you. Ask your angels to step into your aura and guide you. Your affirmation. I am confident and worthwhile. I forgive myself and others. I am free. I deserve love, prosperity, and success. And because you're finally in this energy of deserving, you are in the process of manifesting and getting everything that you dream of in your heart's desires. Okay? Staying true to you, staying authentic, staying real is where it's at here. Staying grounded, practical, not getting lost, right? In the intensity, the chemistry, and being very clear and aware here that it can't sustain, it can't grow without mutual action, reciprocity, vulnerability, and openness. I love you guys. I'll see you guys maybe later. I'm not sure. I have to still go to the gym. I got stuff I got to do. And if not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I love you all. God bless you. Namaste. Much love.